Morning, year 9 and 10, twice in 1 week, you lucky devils. But I did want to make contact with you on the back of the number of emails and conversations I've been having with students over the last few days following the last submission of work on Everlearner. I think what's important here is that we need to look at the long game, okay? And the long game is not just completing the tests, ticking that box, yes, I've done that one, and then moving on. You've got to have something tangible, something you can hold in those grub little hands of yours and bring back to school when we come back to review this content in the future. So a number of students I've found have done the tests, so they've ticked the box with regards to that side of things. I've gone through and ticked their boxes, so yep, they've gone through and completed some work on Everlearner on the system. But then looking back at it, I see that you actually haven't watched the videos at all. That's what you've got to do. That, for me, is the most important part of this. The tests are just there for a little bit of feedback and that testing effect of the knowledge that you've previously learned. A number of students have said that they are doing the test without, just to see where their knowledge is, and they do okay. So does that mean they don't need to watch the video? Don't need to go through and make some revision notes or anything like that in the future? Certainly not. That is the most important, that's the most important part of it. My daughter's shouting at me through the cat flap. She's not right. She's not right. So for me, could I just reiterate, please, the most important part of using, for me, the most important part of Everlearner is for you to be watching the video, creating some notes, either using the online facility or with a piece of paper in front of you, flashcards, whatever you want to, whatever we want to use, and then give it a little bit of time. Spaced learning. Okay, you do your content, leave a little bit of time, then do the test. That's going to be a little bit harder. Now, the benefit of it being harder is that information that you're using is more likely to be put back into your long-term memory. If you do content and test immediately after, of course your grades, the marks, the feedback you're going to get are going to be hugely positive. You've just gone through and covered it, but it's not going to help you with the long term. Okay, so just think about that, please. Within the comments of this one underneath it, I'll put the link to the BBC video about how learning works, just to reiterate that side of things for you too. But yeah, so it's important that you are watching the videos, that you are making notes, and almost like the tests are secondary to that. You just get a bit of feedback from the tests. The majority of time and effort needs to go into watching the videos and the creation of the notes, because that is what you'll need to be bringing back to college when we return. All right. Hope everyone's well. I think we're getting into a good rhythm with this work now. But again, as I've said all the time before, if there are any issues, any wrinkles at all, or if you're just having a bit of a naff week and haven't done as much work as you wanted to, drop me an email. We can go through and thrash things out from there. All right. Stay safe, everyone. Take care. And I hope to see you all soon.